another fun Dutch door. And this time, if you would like to see how this comes together, keep it right here. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here, I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. So, this is my last setup, in fact, and this was from the Mediterranean Wonders, the July subscription box from Planning Thing. And if you like to see such fun setups and creative ideas to try in your planners or journals, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the fun setups coming. And this was another fun one. And this time I'm going to be using the Golden Meadow, and I've been eyeing this one, and I did grab it in one of the sales from Happy Planner. And my affiliate link with Happy Planner is in the description. There are some amazing sales that happen roughly around this time in the summer and around the Planner Day. I'm not sure when you would be seeing this, but there are always good deals on the site. And the journal I'm using is the B5 journal from Archer and Olive. And I have some washi tapes from Planny Thing. Some may be from the past subscription boxes, or it could be the current one. I'll have all those information in the description so that you don't have to worry about memorizing the names or writing them down. So this was an older sticker book, I believe, from 2024. And yeah, all of these are just perfect for Dutch doors. Can you see the symmetrical aspects in them? And I did not want to do another vertical one, so this time I wanted to try a horizontal Dutch doors this time. And this one is, yeah, you see me flip through the book a bit because I was not sure where I wanted to start, and I thought I would come and start with the big, pretty butterfly. And I also want to have the sun. There are so many other really pretty elements in here. And I think combining the bigger butterfly with the smaller one would look nice. And also, I did not want the colors or the patterns to be repeated, so went with something different. And we can now have the full background laid out, if you know. So I will be adding Dutch doors and all the fun elements that we like to bring in. And yeah, I'm just trying to make sure the colors, similar colors, are not right next to each other. See, that is why I had to turn the orientation a bit. And as you can see, there are some of the pastel colors and some bright colors, and lots of those perfectly coordinated colors to go here. And I'm using this one, I believe was from the tropical beach, or yeah, I believe so, or the pastel beach or something was the name. Don't worry, that was one of the past sub boxes, the washi tape sub box. And that looks like a really pretty color, just making sure that the flowers are arranged in a better angle so that we can cut a proper Dutch door using them. And that is my gyro card. And that's a handy little tool if you do not know what this is. And I do have a quick tutorial on how we can get started with the gyro card. And that really makes such crafty projects, in fact, very easy. And I'm just going and cutting the elements all the way to the spine so that we can use the scissors for a flat surface like what you see. And let me know if you have the sticker book, because it is an older one. It's very likely you already have a copy. And yeah, looks like it had not cut all the way through. What happens is, especially with these clear stickers, even with paper, it happens. Sometimes the cut just goes onto the clear backing of the stickers, and then it does not cut all the way through. So you have that small area where the paper is not cut enough or the pressure was not enough. So the sticker, the gyro cut would not be able to cut properly in that case. So here is our next element. I think we will use that, and we will come and finish our back view of the Dutch door. So let me know what your favorite kind of butterfly is, if you know the different kinds. I think mine is the monarch butterfly, and I'm just amazed by the size and the beauty of it when you see it in person. So let me know what your favorite butterfly is. If you do not know the names, just tell me the colors. I can just share more of the names that I know. So mine, I know, are the monarch butterflies. There are so many different varieties, and that's a very simple, one of the simpler Dutch doors. And I will also come and incorporate something different. I mean, I was hoping to stick to just one, just the sticker book, but then I later at the very end I decided to take a small detour. And the sticker book, I think, is has enough of these filler and smaller elements, because sometimes what happens is the Happy Planner sticker books seem to have lots more functional and decorative boxes, which we really don't need, because I think we have enough of those in our collection by now, because there are the solid functional boxes that come out from Mojo Jojo Plans or any other small business, and Mojo Jojo Plans especially focuses on that. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Planning Thing, Archand Olive, Mojo Jojo Plans, Live La Posh, where that washi cutter is from, and a few other shops. I'll have all that information down in the description. And your support is greatly appreciated every time you use my links and codes. It does help me earn a small cut every time you do so. And that's how I get to share and buy and share more products with you. So that is our, yeah, I'm trying to see what other washi tapes can work here. Yeah, that looks perfect because those colors are just really well together. Just making sure I trim off that uneven end so that I can sit that snug against the dotted line. And yeah, that was what I was looking for. I wanted that to be just visible at the top of that stripe. And I think that's really it's a really pretty combination. And we have all these elements which will line so beautifully in that position. And that is, yeah, just have to make that sit right at that line. Sometimes the sticker just jumps off from your hand. So that was the only, yeah, that looks nice. And that looks like a one solid level, right? As a single level, and you wouldn't think it's a Dutch door. And we do have these suns, and I will, yeah, because I'm trying to stay away from the foil because we could come back for a foil later, but I did not want to. Yeah, but I think I will complete another Dutch door before moving to the final one because, yeah, just one Dutch door is just too simple. And this is my daily journal, and I did share um, a spread where I had shared the after the pen, which a lot of people ask me about because they seem to be confused as to how I use it. Because I write everywhere, so if there is decoration. Sometimes I just leave it, but for the most part, I like to write wherever there is space. And this is just my daily journal, and I understand if you do not like to add a lot of stickers like me, but I personally find that if I have stickers in the page, then I have a better chance of coming back to them. And that's the reason why I sticker it up. And when we have so many stickers to use, then why wouldn't we? So you saw me think through that space, and I did not want to have anything bigger in that area. So I think this makes for that perfect filler, and just trimming off the bottom there. And that small scissors I'm using along with that vintage lady arm paper clip is they're both from Journal Say, and my code Priya can earn you 8% off at Journal Say. And this is it's just a matter of finding the right elements and the right height because I don't want a lot of the elements to be hidden behind the big butterfly we have going on. So I'm going with something a bit smaller. And yeah, I think they actually do work well if there is something beneath it. So why don't we add maybe a box or yeah, I think that will go. Yeah, that looks very odd. So you see how the thinking process goes because I did not have very many plans for the space behind these elements, but I think we can make do with what we have in the book. And I love that there is a good mix of the sizes also, now that they have given us all these boxes. Yeah, but that's just not visible from there, is it? So again, we need to find something a bit more taller, I would say. And These are all a matter of kind of layering it and trying to see what works and what doesn't. Again, I think I will go with something in a different color than the box. And we can always come and add these butterflies, which I think will, yeah, that looks good. So that's how sometimes you work around the elements you have available to you, right? So that is our next Dutch door. And on to cutting that part. And I was, in fact, listening to an audiobook while I was working on this. And I love that I can, because otherwise, if I'm working on something, I can't really talk and then focus on this, because the audiobook, it just happens in the background. I just have to listen to it passively and it is fine by me. Or sometimes it's just some music that I like to play, or I would watch other YouTubers, of course. And it's a great idea to be able to spend time supporting other YouTubers. And on that note, if you like my videos, please don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you can be sure you do not miss out on any of the fun videos coming. And it is going to be, I can't believe that I will be completing 2 years on YouTube in September. So I will have a big celebration coming. I obviously will have the celebration with you guys. So any guesses on what it is going to be? I would really love to hear what you think. So that is the back page of the Dutch door. And I think that's at the same level. And I like to use the washi cutter to make that sit snug right at the spine. And yeah, just pressing that down does make a difference. And that washi all laid down. And I think it is really, this is the easiest element I can grab because it's just the exact same, and it does have all these pretty patterns on it. So that is our, yeah, I'm trying to, I like to, if you've been watching me, I like to keep it as symmetrical as possible so that I don't have to think too much. But if the orientation or the shapes don't quite match, then I have to think about using similar shapes or sizes to make sure I don't mess up the shape and the stickers are just sticking off the page or the cutout. So that is our next bigger element. And I can already see that I will be doing another Dutch door setup in my journal using these stickers because I hardly got to use any. And since I was working on only 2 or 3 pages because I did not have very many pages left in this journal, so this journal would be I would finish this journal in the end of August and I'll have the new journal started for the start of October. onto the box now. I'm just trying to fill that space, and I think that's good. And now let's get to the wider parts. I think I will just cover up a bit of the other portion. This is also from one of the older subscription boxes, Reading Through the Seasons, and this is a script washi in like a beige color. And this again was a great subscription box, and my code Priya10 can be used on the past subscription boxes. Just a quick reminder on that note. And we will now come and add the same script washi on the other side, just so that we'll have some balance as well, because we want to be able to, yeah, we'll just use that just to lay that down. And then we do have quite a bit of the space to fill, and we will use that washi tape again. And I think I will just stop it at that. And you see how that washi cutter really makes a crisp line at the end of the tape. And this is going to be space for a quote. And sadly, I'm having to introduce the foil, which I really was not planning to. And I think, yeah, did I put that down crooked? Maybe, right? Slightly, but it's all right. It's not the end of the world. So we will now come and decorate a bit of the left side before we bring in more elements. And I'm using all the washi tapes and the stickers and the elements from Planything and Happy Planner, which are all still in stock, because people would want to pick them up. And I would really love for the items to be available to do so, because otherwise there is no point in sharing a spread and then nobody can use those elements to do something. So I think that's my criteria, and I really like to check what's available and what's not before I use them to the best of my ability. But there are some instances where I have had to use the stickers because it was what was needed, because for some of the stickers and sticker books that I used, because I did batch filming in June, and this is sometime in the middle of my vacation, and I had to do some filming while I was gone too. So it was, I tried my best to kind of make sure that I have everything recorded and ready to go. So I did a lot of filming in June, and you will see the videos pop up from June all the way until end of August, and it would entirely depend on when you would be seeing this, but I'm doing a lot of batch filming. And that page, I don't know, it was just a miscut, I guess, because the sticky part was on the bottom and I just couldn't do anything about it. I tried gluing it down, but it is just the packing and it is just not sticking. So I had to discard it. It's just not sticking. And that page entirely looks to be the case. That was a small miscut on the from the Happy Planner. It does happen occasionally. It has happened maybe once with me, but nothing too frequent. And let's use those small butterflies now. And let me know if you are picking anything from any of the summer sales and the fall and the Halloween releases, which should be out by the time you see this. I'm not sure when this video will be going up, but I'm sure by the time this is up, you will have all of that happening because August is typically when all that drops, so that people will have time to get ready for the fall and then change of seasons happen. And it's a busy stretch from September through December. It just, I don't know, it just flies by. And before you know, 2025 is over. And yeah, so let me know how your summer is going. And if you are already in a different hemisphere, let me know how your winter is going. Hope you're really looking forward to warmer temperatures because I do have friends from the southern hemisphere too. And that's our next layer all down. And I think that really looks pretty. And now let's add something for, because I don't want a lot of that white space in the at the top of the page. So we will add a few boxes and make some of our clusters, which we normally love to do, you know me. And we will bring in all these boxes since the boxes have been given to us, so why not? And we will use some of these decorated boxes, and that is really a good place to put it down. And I think that these boxes otherwise wouldn't get used, so that is why I'm using the boxes both horizontally and vertically. And I will also come and add one more of those because, yeah, we can always come and add some colored boxes or something just to add another layer of interest. And we do have a good mix of colors here. So that is our clusters, I think, pretty much done because keeping it fairly simple for the other portions. And you might be thinking I'm done, but no, I'm not. Because I would really like to use the scalloped washi at the bottom, just simple, putting it down simply like that. And that way, I think we will have enough uh, pop of color at the top, at the bottom also, because the top is busy. And I think the green actually looks better with this. So that's why I switched to the green ones. And these scalloped washi tapes are all from Planything as well. And we will continue that pattern for the bottom of the pages. And I love when with just a small washi tape you have something of interest happening at the bottom or at the top, but I just don't want to repeat that same thing. And I do this occasionally. And let me know if you are somebody who uses washi tapes in every spread, or do you just stick to stickers mostly? I'm just rounding the corners, and that is, yeah, the bottom part is done. And now I need something for that white space at the top. Again, I don't think it's complete. So what do we do? So let me just grab the pretty houses, which was part of one of the earlier subscription boxes from Planything. And they have all these houses which can be they are a bit smaller, which is okay because it can be a set of houses in the back. Yeah, it can be like a meadow in the front and there are houses in the back, so that can be possible. Yeah, so I think that is a nice look. I like that. What else do we need? So again, these just adding a couple of these houses really pulls these together. So I did not want it to be right across from each other, so just putting that a bit down. And I think maybe a few more filler elements because otherwise it just becomes a lot of empty space in the back. So let's use those trees now. So this was a revamped version of the houses and trees, which was one of the signature pieces or sticker books from Planything. And it is always a very well used sticker book, even the older ones. And let me know in the comments if you have their Houses and Trees Part 1 and 2, which had come out a few years ago. And that really made a difference in the planner and journaling communities. So it was nice that Planything brought that out. And please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. And you can always check out all the other spreads I did using all the other elements on Instagram before the YouTube era. So it's a nice platform, lots of friendly folks, and it truly feels like a good community. So we have, yeah, I just don't want to take up too much of that space there. So just throw in a few trees here and there. And now for the finishing touch, again, I'm going with my distress oxide. So this is one of the organizers I have. So I picked two colors, which usually I like to combine for the sky. And I'm using my brush holder. Yeah, and it's just a cookie jar, nothing too fancy. Because I wanted something clear and I wanted something in that color. So that's why a transparent cookie jar became the house for all those brush heads. And I'm grabbing my scrap piece of paper to put underneath, which I like to because I don't want the inks to be on the pages beneath. There are just a couple more pages left in this journal now, but I would rather have that clean. So that is our first color and the second color. And yeah, check out the full tutorial on how you can incorporate distress oxides into your spreads, your journals or planners. I started with my planners, it was fun, and I expanded into the journaling process. The distress oxides are really fun, so I'm just giving that a small color, nothing too much, and I will be looking to recreate some of the sky elements, and I'm just making sure I have ample space to work with. And always dab off the extra so that you can have just enough ink to keep going. So that is our sky. That's actually a nice, fun touch with just enough purple. And I think it does make a difference when you look at the whole spread. And onto the other side of the setup. And I'm going with something very similar, just keeping it at that bare minimum, just for some pop of color, nothing too much. I like when there is that dash of color, and that is some more purple in there. Yeah, I think it did come out really pretty. So let me know how you like it, and let me know if you liked it with the distress oxides or without the distress oxides. And please check out the other videos I mentioned, all the other fun setups, all the shops, codes, products, all of those in the description. And I'm now adding some more of those sprinkles to finish off that sky. And please make sure that you are following me on Instagram. I do share more. Obviously, you have elements from the previous years also there, so you get to see a good visual of my whole journey. And that is pretty much all done. Just throwing in a few more elements. I tried to bring in maybe a couple more butterflies just so that we can fill some of that white space. And there are still a lot of unused elements in here. So you will see again more setups using the same sticker book. Let me know if you would be willing to see something like that. And let me know if you are a fan of such whimsical nature elements and stickers. So I think a couple more quotes would be good. And I'm keeping it along with the cluster of the boxes. And yeah, I'm just trying to mix and match the colors also in here. That is a good way of using up some of these coats as well. And it does make a difference in the overall look of the whole setup. Um, yeah, even if you don't have boxes, I think that's a good place for that coat. And let's just finish off using some more distress inks, because some of the areas around the stickers usually need some more inks once that's put down. And that I think is pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.